In case you couldn't tell by all the boxes, we have another huge haul yet again from one of my favorite companies, Pleasant Hill Grain. Hey everyone, welcome back to Grains and Grit. My name is Felicia, and on this channel, we talk all about real whole grains from a biblical perspective. So as I stated in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all another huge haul from Pleasant Hill Grain. This is one of my favorite companies to shop with. I do prefer giving my money to more small businesses, and this is definitely one of them. Now, in case you didn't see the little notification that YouTube gives you, this is a dedicated sponsored video from Pleasant Hill Grain. I'm so thrilled to have them as a sponsor on this channel because, again, they just truly are a wonderful company to shop with. So be sure to check out the description box below. I will be linking all of these items that I got from Pleasant Hill Grain, or overall, you can just go to www.grainsandgrit.com/phg to do all your shopping with Pleasant Hill Grain. In this video, it is not a grain heavy video. So once again, I'm going to be showing you other things that Pleasant Hill Grain sells other than grain or grain related type items. So let's open up these boxes and see what all I got. All right, so here's my haul. I'm super excited. Let's start. So first of all, I finally got one of these bad boys, one of these acrylic cookbook holders. It's always annoying for me to lay it flat. I want it up, but apparently it can also hold your tablet as well. But the bottom line is it has the acrylic in front, so it's kind of protecting your cookbook, but it's also standing it up. So super excited about that one. Here's another thing I'm really excited about that I discovered after the last time I placed an order with Pleasant Hill Grain, and that is that they do sell grains in 1 pound samples. So for those of you who may, especially if you're not sure if you will like a grain, you can order them in 1 pound samples. How you find these is, first of all, you can just search 1 pound and then type in whatever grains that you want. Or if you go to the grain, and then scroll down to the bottom, you're first going to see it in buckets, and you scroll down to where it kind of shows other things to shop for. You'll see these 1 pound grain samples, and you can choose which one you want. So I actually got 5 pounds of Corazon, which is also known as Camus. I will be doing a video about Camus/Corazon. It is the same grain, just trademark and stuff. So that's why I went ahead and got 5 pounds. I wasn't wanting a huge big bucket. I just wanted 5 pounds. So it's 5 separate ones. Now this one is not, but the other ones are actually vacuum sealed, which I was not expecting. This one, I guess, maybe got punctured or something, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to put it in a jar and it'll be fine. No problem. I don't need it vacuum sealed. But that's one thing to know about Pleasant Hill Grain. I know a lot of people wish that they had smaller increments than just their huge 5-gallon buckets. They do. It's just in 1 pound increments. So there you go. All right. Next up finally got one of these magnetic bars. I recently invested in some really, really nice Wusthof knives. And I need better storage for knives. And so now I just got one of these magnetic bars that had really good reviews when I researched them. This is the 18-inch one. I think they do have smaller sizes to be able to hold my kitchen gadgets. And if I've got it put up, I will show a picture here to see what it looks like in my kitchen. So now I can easily access everything and it's not cluttering drawers. And then next thing finally got me my original 3 pound scooper. Broke. And I've been without one. This is what I use for like muffins, cookies, things like that. So they do have different sizes. I got a 3 tablespoon and then a 1 tablespoon for other things. And I think these are good sizes for me to use. Then I got me some bread bags and twisty ties. Nothing exciting. But whenever I give bread to people or if I sell it, it's nice to have the nice fancy little bread bags. So they do have just these plastic bread bags as well as the twisty ties that you can get. And then stocked up on some more books because again, I'm always asked about books. Now I grabbed some Peter Reinhardt's, which he is extremely popular in the bread baking world, and I do not own any of his books. So here we have Peter Reinhardt's whole grain breads. So this is more with freshly milled wheat, but I plan to review it for y'all. And I went ahead and got this one for his artisan breads. Obviously, with how white this is store-bought flour, but I do plan on just checking out his recipes because we are always able to convert recipes. So, you know, finding recipes that I really like, beautiful pictures, then converting them to freshly milled wheat. But hey, you know, he is one of the gurus of bread baking, so kind of needed that. And then I also got this little book here, the Pasta Machine Cookbook, because as you'll see in a minute, I really am planning to up my pasta game to actually start doing pasta. So this is a little cookbook that I have to help me. And these are the things to go with it. So I grabbed one of these cool looking little ravioli makers with a press. So you put the dough here and you press it, you know, you fill it, and to be able to make ravioli. And I thought, hey, the easier the better for me, the easier, the more likely I will do it. I also went ahead and grabbed this Mercato cutter for pasta. So it has the different edges basically that you see with pasta, and I think it just cuts it better than a knife. So they sell this as well. So again, I know if I have good tools that make the job easier, I will be more likely to do it. So these are my two pasta making things. I do have a pasta machine that's just a hand crank. I already have that. Plus we got the cookbook. So now, you know, I kind of have to do it now. I got the stuff. Next up, I went ahead and got me, these are things that I didn't realize they had, but this is an insulated lunch bag because frankly, I need one for myself, especially for homeschool co-ops. All my kids have lunch boxes, but not me. And I'm here in like a plastic bag, paper bag, sad little thing. So this looked like a perfect size here. And they do have the pockets that are Velcro, you know, on the sides, on both ends. It has the straps with it, and then zipper there. This does extend up to go bigger to be able to hold my lunch, and it's insulated, which is great because sometimes I just need to bring things, but I don't need my huge, massive insulated one or a cooler. I need something smaller. Which also leads to this. Here I am. I'm 37 years old, and I'm finally adult enough to get me an insulated bakeware carrier for my 9x13s and things like that. I did not have one, incredibly enough. And so they had this one. This is the only one that they had as far as color, things like that, but I was not particular. I just needed something that was insulated. So that's what I got there. And then I grabbed me some new jelly roll pans. These are just 14.5 by 9 3/8 inches and 1 inch high. I grabbed two because I want to be able, whenever I make things, to put them side by side in my oven. And this will allow me to do that. So I do love USA pans. They're the silicone non-stick coating. So it's not the bad non-stick. It is a silicone non-stick. So I do get questions about that. So I grabbed two of those. And then this is something that I'm super excited about. This, y'all, is a clay pot. I got the 4-quart. It's a Eureka brand. These are made in Portugal. So this is what comes with it, including an entire cookbook of cooking in a clay pot. I went ahead and got it because I do want to experiment with it with breads, to have that type, especially for artisan breads and everything. This is actually a bit bigger than I thought. This is 4-quart, which is perfect to cook meals into my family. I could roast a whole chicken in this bad boy, but it is actual clay. This is not glazed. It is glazed on the inside, and y'all, it is gorgeous. But do know it is light. It is not heavy. Like I do have your typical cast iron type Dutch ovens that are quite heavy. This is lighter. So that's something to consider if you're wanting those big ones, but maybe not want the heaviness of that cast iron. But again, it's unglazed, but it's still absolutely beautiful. And the point is you put the lid in water to soak before baking in your oven. So I'm really excited to experiment with something like this. And then of course we grabbed some grains. I needed some more hard white, so I just went ahead and picked up hard white. Now one thing to mention, they do tell you this when you order, but you can see how my bucket is kind of imploded a bit. That is completely normal. Do not freak out if you see that, because especially coming from Nebraska to Florida, that's a huge difference in elevation. And so that's just what it is. But as soon as I open it, it'll go back the way that it is. So it is completely sealed. I already know these are excellent quality wheat berries, super clean. Inside, this is a sealed bucket, and inside is a sealed Mylar bag with oxygen absorbers for my berries. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up soon, but if I didn't, I would just stick it out in my shed knowing that it's completely safe. I don't have to check the grains because I already know they're super crazy clean. And then I got me this. Really excited. I have never had a waffle maker of any kind. And this is one of those electric ones that flip, but it's a double because I have a large family and I need to be cooking 2 at once. That's what kept me from ever getting one because I didn't want just one. I needed 2. So they do have the double. I'm excited to do this. I will make a video of waffles whenever I figure it out. And this is, but it makes the Belgian waffles here that you can see. So really super crazy excited about this. And so are my kids. They're excited too. And then I got this bad boy. So they have several options of food slicers. The reason I got a food slicer is because we raise our own meat, especially chickens. But, you know, I was still buying deli meat from the store because we like that for sandwiches. So this is going to allow me to just say roast a chicken and then actually slice it into deli meat. Also with any roast that I buy, cheeses. I've also seen people slice bread with these food slicers. So I will certainly have to try that out to see if it can handle bread because that would be super cool. You know, to be able to send bread through it, but I'm not sure and I will have to let you guys know. But this one had really good reviews. It wasn't the most expensive one. I don't think it was the cheapest one, kind of middle grade and just really good reviews. And it looks exactly what we were wanting. So I'm really excited to now have my own slicer, which is something I honestly never thought I would have. And last but not least, super simple that I grabbed. This is just the foam insert that goes to replace it in my Wonder Mill grain mill. There's that foam and it needs to be replaced. I've never replaced it in the 11 years that I've been using it and it is overdue for replacement. So do know that. For any of your grain mills, Pleasant Hill Grain, if they sell the grain mill, they do have replacement parts for what you need. So I went ahead and grabbed that. Not exciting in the slightest, but something to know about. For any of your mixers, your grain mills, they generally do have replacement parts that you can grab. So there we go, y'all. This is my haul this time around. Again, not many grains and got some extra things. I will say I think my favorite things that I'm most excited about is probably the Cerita clay pot and then the Belgian waffle maker. So really excited about all this. Again, you can check out Pleasant Hill Grain by just going to grainsandgrit.com/PHG or check the description box below for all the links to all the things. As always, hope this video was helpful, inspirational, whatever it is, and that y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, I'll see you next week. Bye.